We try to solve all our problems through our thoughts. Thoughts are the way we function. Thoughts is our basic operating system. Thoughts is how we live our life. But there are limitations to thoughts. Not all problems can be solved, and therefore, thoughts should be limited to practical living. If we try to solve every problem with thought, then we cannot live a good life. A life which is free and flowing and soothing. It just cannot happen. What will you do if you are struggling with overthinking? What will you do if you are struggling with overanalyzing? What if your thoughts are driving you to insanity? How will you solve them? You cannot solve them with thoughts because thought is the enemy. What we end up doing is we start to divide our mind in two parts and we fight with ourselves. So one thought is fighting with another, and this creates internal frustration and insanity. So we need something that is outside thought that can help us to solve our problems. Have you ever thought about it this way? Not many people have, because this is how we live our life. We are so on autopilot that everything we do comes out of thought or emotion. Emotion is also a form of thought, and there is nothing we know outside of thought, and therefore we face a lot of frustrations and irritations in life that could be avoided if we simply learn different skills that solve problems. So I want to share with you a few alternative ways in which you can solve your problems. First is the art of not doing anything, being patient and sitting back. Many of the problems in your life can be solved just by not doing anything about it. Sometimes the problems solve themselves. If you try to solve every problem, then you will be exhausted all the time. There is a quote by J. Krishnamurti. He says that my secret is that I don't mind what happens. And he also wrote a book which has the title of Don't Make Everything a Problem. This can be a truly magical idea if you understand it. Sometimes the water is so muddy that we just need to let it settle. And the more we try to engage with it, the more we try to solve and control our life, the more difficult it can become and more complicated it can become. Thought is already a complex thing. And if we are trying to solve problems of thought using thought, then it can never be done. We need something else, something outside, something different that can influence our thoughts and at the same time create a more functional way of living. The other way to live or operate in life is using mindfulness. Mindfulness simply means that you are observing and watching, you are not interfering. And when you watch your thoughts all the time, when you are constantly keeping a watch on your thoughts, you will start to see some patterns in it. You will start to see faults in your thinking. You will start to see distortions in your belief systems. You will start to see more clearly how your thoughts are getting entangled and what is the cause of it. But if you are engrossed in your thinking and you are thinking and thinking and thinking, you never get a bird's eye view of your mind and how it is functioning and how the thoughts are coming along. Sometimes to solve our problems, all we need to do is simply watch. And in watching, solutions reveal themselves. Many of the scientists and creative people use this technique. When they get utterly frustrated by not finding a resolve or a solution to something, some project they are working on, They simply let it go and they go to sleep. And magically, a solution appears out of nowhere. That is a very important element of solving problems. See, this is all ways of solving our problems creatively. If we are always operating out of one software, then we cannot solve different problems. That software has limitations, our thought has limitations. And the third way to live life, which is a bit different, is to use your body to solve the problems. Animals are solving their problem through their nervous system. You will be fascinated how by understanding how intelligent your body is. If you are experiencing anxiety or depression, but you are too caught up in your thoughts, if you just ignore those thoughts and let your body act out, let your body process the emotions, you will find that the emotions and the thoughts and the problems, they get fixed and resolved very easily and very quickly. Takes a time to come to a solution. Thought does a lot of analysis, thought does a lot of finding connections, all those things. But your body doesn't have to do that. It already knows. It is just that when we don't pay attention to the body because we are always caught up in our own thoughts, we miss the wisdom that the body can provide us. We miss the tools that the body can give us. So, acting out your emotions, not in an impulsive way or in childish ways or throwing tantrums, but in ways that are very cathartic, that allow you to release pent up and unresolved emotions. When you allow the body to do that, you come out of problems very easily, especially problems that are dominated by thoughts and emotions, because they are already the way we are operating. So we cannot use thoughts to solve the problems of thoughts. If we are doing that, we are just tricking ourselves. This is the trick of the mind, which is a very dirty trick. And we are so addicted to thinking and always operating out of thought that we miss on all the different ways in which we can live our life. But this requires a lot of information and a lot of different strategies and a lot of different practices. And if you want to learn more about it, you can check out my course on emotion regulation skills. It will help you a lot to understand what are the different ways in which we can make our lives better without the use of thought. If the thought has become the enemy, we cannot use that enemy to our advantage, to fix our life, to make ourselves better. We simply cannot do it because those thoughts are rotten, those thoughts are dead, and they're unproductive. So check out the course, it might help you with a few insights.